Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Attain going up against the Heralds of Ariel, where the Sisters of Twilight are present, and this is possibly one of the most dangerous opponents you can ever go up against in a manually resolved battle. Typically speaking, whenever I want to go up against her, like I purposely go to war with her, I usually try my best to just auto-resolve fight her, or fight her in a situation where it's like a defensive settlement, because she doesn't provide as much value in those situations. You can just army loss her relatively easily, but we're fighting a field battle here. So she has got the Dreaming Ring, so that's able to provide loads of healing. She's got on a dragon, obviously, and she's got the Dreaming Cloak. All of the stuff here is not ranked as highly in auto-resolve as it should be. And that means that this here is lulling you into a bit of a false sense of security, even though it's on very hard battle difficulty. If we have a look, our forces here are quite badly damaged, which should also hurt us in auto-resolve as well. But yeah, the guy just can't manage to win this fight. And with these guys here coming in as reinforcements and them just going to rush in at the start, that can make the setup very tricky. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do. Now, even though we've got Tyrion, we got to keep in mind that Tyrion could probably fight the Sisters of Twilight and probably win, but that would require the Sisters of Twilight to one-on-one him, which that's not going to happen, because she's just not going to land. What she's going to do is use up all of her ammunition first and then decide to land. So I reckon the way to deal with the Sisters of Twilight is actually try to win the battle before she's run out of ammunition. Okay, so yeah, we can't be coming in from this location. Probably coming in from the back would be better, even if that means them being delayed by a little bit. I'll leave this one here though, because wouldn't it be good if we could draw their army for the most part over here? Except for you. Yeah, draw a lot of their army over here, so that this area here is cleared as much as possible. Alright, with these two, hang on. If I bring them over here now, they'll rush at us immediately. Like, we've got to give him some time. Hang on. If we came in from this angle instead, 2 minutes. Leaving a bit of force back here. I've also found that as far as the AI is concerned, the Wood Elves seem to be the smartest. Like, they're the least dumb. The hardest to derp out. Oh yeah, on top of that, you've got the other -13 leadership. So what's happening with that is that they've got followers. This happens with every Wood Elf army. Again, another reason why you want to auto-resolve fight them.
At your command.
The Wood Elves have followers, so it's very easy to get them. That cause leadership debuffs in the area. Now, in the late stages of the campaign, it's not that big of a deal if it's only a little bit. But when you've got an army of archers with no spearmen, and they charge into you, well then, what do you think is going to happen? Your units are going to rout straight away. Okay, so they're just staring at us at the moment. That's fine. Let things play out. Okay, just wait a little bit longer, actually. Because, yeah, the more that we bring them in over here, the better. Get away from them. How fast are they? Oh, they're faster than us. Okay, reinforcements have arrived. Okay, we need to bring these to the back here, because I want... This here is not worth that much balance of power, right? So the enemy is probably not going to consider it that much of a threat. So I need to reveal these here now, so that they actually send some forces back here. Alright, I think I would like for Tyrion to come onto the battlefield now. Okay, here we go. Alright, so he's a bit damaged to begin with, but he does have the Heart of Avalon, so that will be good. Alright, we gotta get organized here. Alright, I'm gonna put this in control group, whatever, 7, just to get out of the way, while these ones are coming in. Alright, we don't want Sisters of Avalon to be at the front. Yeah, here's another problem that you have when you're coming in as reinforcements. Like, checkerboard formation is something that kind of requires a bit of time to set up. And we got no fucking time at all. We gotta move right now. Yeah, like in a deployment phase, you got all the time in the world. But reinforcements? Nope. Alright, they're blobbing up a bit over there. Let's go over there. Maybe we can pop something down on them. Looks like they've pinned this guy down. Oh, damn, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Look at that.
Happy to serve.
You don't, come on, get over here. This looks perfect for one of these. I have found that in Warhammer 3, you want to overcast. Look at that, they're not even interested anymore. Alright, how do we go? This is not organized yet. Okay, that's okay. It's not fantastic. We really need to spread out a little bit more. I'm getting to more squared formations. Makes it harder for their melee troops to get us. Right, you get back. How'd that cast go? Pretty good. A lot of damage being done. But yeah, you can't stay there. Pop this down. Okay, sisters are here, and let's start shooting her with this. But she's got loads of resistances, so that's temporary solution, I guess. Alright, yeah, see, look, they're not interested in fighting Tyrion. They just want to come straight into the front and smash us. Oh, yeah, so they used the volleys of Kurnos on that, I think. Alright, I gotta get... At least these ones here have been thinned out. Maybe I could try to thin them out a little bit more. Thing is, these spellcasts are not going to be great value. Yeah, you keep that back there. Funny thing here is that the single entities aren't going to be the ones that dish out the most damage to us. It's going to be all the Wildwood Rangers and stuff like that. We've got to try to stop them as soon as possible. So try to focus fire on them, not the single entities, at least not yet. Okay, I think we can get another one of those in there. And pop that down, and then get out. Can we shoot that now? Shoot that over there. Good. There's not that many of them coming up over here. Also, can't forget about this here. Charge on in. Yep. Charge on in, whatever. Okay, that's it. Pretty good. Are we ready to... Yep, okay, that's something. Told you to get out, but you didn't. Whatever. Okay, good. Good amount of damage being done there. How are we going over here? Good. Keeping those Wild Riders out of the way, because... Oh, man, they would do some serious damage to us if they got in here. You move back. What are you doing over here? Okay, they all need to be in fucking guard mode, which, of course... Really set that up. Okay, over here, we need heals. Do we need heals, or do I want damage? We don't have much winds of magic. Just go for heals. Okay, you've almost dealt with that. Alright, we're just focusing on the Sisters of Twilight, and it's not doing very much, so maybe let's pick someone else. Because, yeah, she got loads of ward save, physical resistance. It's just a waste of ammo, right? What might be better is if we go for something that's not worth as much balance of power, obviously, but is still worth a decent amount. Someone that doesn't have as much resistance. Okay, okay, you need to finish that off for now. Okay, that's good. What happened to our dragon princes? Yep, okay. It's good that these ones here, the riders, have been stuck there for so long. Oh god, I'm going to lose my wizard if I don't watch it. Okay, bring Tyrion back this way. If you can lure another one out that way, that would be fine. Wizard needs the help over here. Want to make sure the spear unit was up front. Okay, yep, you can fight that, that's fine. You go over there and help out Tyrion. Alright, I've got enough magic for a regrowth. Alright, how are we going with you? You're control group 4 now. Good, I'm happy with that. And how are you doing? You're control group 5. Yeah, all you can really do is just tank shit. Got that one out of the way. Okay, yep. Okay, this is going pretty well, to be honest. I think.
It shall be done without fail.
Now, another thing is that because the Sisters of Twilight can heal so much, it might be best to actually... Oh god. To not dish out so much damage that they focus on healing her, because they'll just get that balance of power back after essentially using up a lot of ammo. So, what we could do now, I think, is use the last of our Winds of Magic for healing here, just to bump up our balance of power, so that maybe we could army loss them. Okay, good, they're coming in over here now. Have they used up all their volleys of Kurnos? Yes, okay, that's good. Alright, try to preserve the integrity of the army as best we can. Alright, let's move all of them up now and start shooting at the sisters. We want to dish out damage to her, we just don't want to... We don't want her to heal. Okay, that's it, and pump that down. Good. Anyone that lands, we kill. Actually, there's not that many more ground forces remaining, so if we killed them all, then they would... they would take the leadership penalty. The thing that we did to the dwarves when they had their Air Force army the other day. Is that landing? Also, the sisters are using their not very good attack. They should be using their multi-shot. But yeah, the AI doesn't know how to change it. It's pretty funny, actually. Okay, you guys, get over here. No point using this. Use it on. In this area, at least.
Immediately.
Okay, here. Okay, that's the last of our magic. And every bit of... Oh, we did it! There it is. We inflicted an early-ish army losses because even though we didn't take out the Sister of Twilight, she's fucking unkillable anyway. And just took out the rest of her army. So yeah, she did a lot of damage, for sure. Alright, well, there we go. That was a very tough fight. It was bloody frantic, especially over here. I don't think any units got wiped out, but hard to say. Alright, we should definitely try to run down as many as possible, because we'll try to finish the job. And the more of them that we wipe out now, the easier it's going to be to finish them off in the next one. We might even be able to auto-resolve it. Just depends on our replenishment, on other factors as well. We'll have to see. Alright, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I think drawing their forces all the way to the other side and giving our army enough time to set up, and then of course having Tyrion just hold as much of their force back as possible. Like that big Sunfang and Dwellers Below overcasted made a big difference because that was on the Wildwood Ranges, and you can see here they didn't end up doing very much damage, but they would have if that didn't happen. So yeah, no units got wiped out. And... oh, except for the garrison. Killed that one. Good. Alright, give you some money or replenishment. So... your money's not great, so let's give you money. Because I feel like we did well enough that it should be fine. Now, in the email, the guy mentioned that his reliability tanked when he went to war with the Sisters of Twilight. Yeah, he's on very low. So, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I can speculate a little bit as to what happened. I could probably look into the records to find out exactly, but I'll just give a generalized advice. So, I'm assuming, like, I'll just read out the actual line in the email that he says in terms of the reliability. He says, "Things were going fine until I accidentally let myself get dragged into a war with the Sisters of Twilight, tanking my reliability." So what that leads me to believe is that one of your military allies declared war on the Sisters of Twilight, and you joined their war. Now, normally that you shouldn't actually lose reliability for that, unless you had a defensive alliance with the Sisters of Twilight. That's the only way you could lose reliability, because the way it works is that alliances take priority over other deals. So, for example, I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's just say you have a military alliance with one party, and a non-aggression pact, a trade agreement, and a military access with another. And your military ally declares war on the person you've got just regular treaties with. Okay, and it drags you into it, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to break these treaties. Now, the game doesn't tell you which option will not lose your reliability. They really should do that because this stuff happens all the bloody time, but, you know, why let the player know what's going on? You know, just let them figure it out themselves. But in that situation, if you side with your ally, you will not lose reliability. However, if the person that they are declaring war on is a defensive ally, so one ally is declaring war on another, let's just actually use two military allies as an example. Doesn't matter what type of ally, I guess. So two military allies, one declares war on the other. In order to not take a reliability penalty, you must side with the defender. If you side with the attacker in that situation, you will lose. You are basically part of the aggressor. So what I'm thinking happened here is that Avalon, before you confederated them, declared war on the Sisters of Twilight, but you had a military alliance with her. So you joined in on that and then confederated her, I think. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. It's annoying when that happens, which is why you should probably be careful about getting allies with potential enemies. But in that situation there, you should have possibly, it's hard to say because it was probably a long time ago, you should have possibly sided with the Sisters of, sorry, the Heralds of Ariel, And then, because you should have had a really good relation with the with Avalon, you should be able to get a peace treaty immediately because they are the attacker. They found themselves in a shit situation, especially if your military prowess is better than theirs. You should be able to get out of that war straight away, and that way you don't end up breaking the treaty because, yeah, it's really important, especially in a high elf campaign, that you don't lose reliability. So I imagine that you broke a defensive alliance, a trade agreement, and I guess military access. So breaking those 3 treaties like that probably means like 40 to 50. Actually, we can find out exactly how long it's going to be. If I find a treaty here, what's your reliability? Okay, so trustworthiness is -18. Now, I can't remember exactly, but I think trustworthiness improves by 0.5 per turn. So that means you're looking at 36 turns, 36 more turns until your reliability goes back to being very high. That's what I think. I'm not entirely sure because I didn't check that the previous turn. And I'm not willing to press end turn right now to go find that. Actually, why don't we do that? I'm just going to quick save it there because it's not legendary difficulty. And we can do that. So basically we check what the chances are. I'll load back to that one in just a moment. Obviously he doesn't want to do this, but we're going to show you how long it takes to basically fix up reliability. Because it's a static amount. You can have negative 1,000 reliability in this game. Untrustworthiness if you like break 1,000 treaties at once, and it will still decay at a static, -0.5 per turn. I think it's either -5 or -0.5 or -0.25. So if we come back over here now and have a look at that. Okay, I was wrong. It goes down by -1 per turn for military alliance. So you've got 18 more turns of unreliability before that. That's fixed up there, so that's good. And we'll just go back. I think it was this quick save here that I just made for you. Go back over there. So yeah, you got 18 more turns of it. Now, I don't know how long you've been in this unreliability limbo, but 18 turns is quite a long time because I saw in your notifications as well that the Lizardmen just cancelled their trade agreement with you. You're going to have a hard time establishing new treaties with that kind of reliability. But yeah, there was a right and wrong option in regard to which one to side with. I just don't know what the exact conditions were that caused the war, because you weren't bordering these ones here, so it probably took you several turns to get over there. So I'm assuming your reliability has been bad for a little while here. All right, now, oh, she got away from you. Her servant. Well, no units were wiped out, but yeah, she's gotten away.
I have better things.
But still, she's gonna have a hard time getting another army without a wood elf, like a main wood elf settlement there. So that'll sort you out for the time being, at least. And you do have him going to war with them as well. But you've got a defensive alliance with Nagaroth, so it couldn't have been Nagaroth that dragged you in. You've got a military alliance with Yvres. I guess it's possible they could have dragged you in. Let me have a look at this. No, see, they're not at war with the sisters. If we have a look, they haven't met each other. It couldn't have been Yvres that declared war. It had to have been Avalon. And even then, how they couldn't have possibly met each other. So I'm not sure. Or maybe you had an alliance with somebody else. Like maybe it was you had a military alliance with the Daughters of the Forest, and maybe they've slowly been cancelling their treaties.
You have my attention momentarily.
No, because it would say, if they cancelled their treaties, it would say something like pacts recently signed. So I don't think it was them. Hard to say exactly what it was because I wasn't there when it happened. But yeah, the rule of thumb for diplomacy, and this is really important, always side with the defender if two allies are declaring war on each other. If one ally is declaring war on someone, then just join that war. Doesn't matter if you've got treaties with them. Yeah, whatever. And always side with your vassal if your vassal gets attacked against anyone. Don't ever like break the treaty unless it's like a situation that'll ruin your campaign. I mean, you have to make judgment calls with a lot of this kind of stuff here. Please don't tell me you are using these to like entrepreneur. All right, fair enough. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. Anyway, the campaign looks all right apart from the reliability. Just got to wait it out. You'll be fine. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. The key thing to remember here when dealing with the Sisters of Twilight is if you can't auto-resolve, get rid of them. destroy her army first, because she dished out damage fairly slowly. So we just took out the rest of her army, and we army lost her because we had the artillery shooting at her for a good portion of the battle, and it basically just gave her a pimple. It was barely anything. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Later, guys.